Bethany, good day. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Always excited to see your smiling face on here because it means we are ready to learn something new. And I'm totally pumped because we hopefully are going to present an option for home sellers who think they have to sell their house before buying their next. And it's a conversation we have. We've done it for lots of clients, but it's never easy. There's no perfect way to list your home and then and then go find your next one. Do you have to write a contingent offer telling that next home seller, hey, I got to sell my house before I can buy yours, but I'm interested? This is a program that may solve all that. Gives you the opportunity to buy and then move and then list your old home and sell it in that order. How does that sound? Pretty exciting, right? And it's kind of complicated. It might not be for everyone, but Bethany, you have a new program. Tell us about it.
Yes, we're very excited about it because, especially here in Texas, it's very hard to do what most people consider like a bridge loan, buy before you sell. So it's something that's really exciting. It allows us to put in those non-contingent offers, which sellers really like the non-contingencies right now, right? Because they don't want you to be waiting on your house selling. So you can move on your timeline. We can shop contingency free, sell on your terms, and not have all of the stresses of having to do both at the same time. So like Charlie said, it's not going to be for everybody, but it is an option if you fall in love with the house and your house is on the market and hasn't sold yet. We can definitely look into it for those people.
Because some people ask me, and maybe it's a issue of the equity that you have is in your current home. You want to get that money into the next one. So people think they have to sell before they buy. Some people are blessed enough to have the financial wherewithal to be able to qualify for both mortgages, but that's never a comfortable situation for anybody either. Or maybe you're just, I'll say it, maybe your home's cluttered and there's just no way to get it staged to sell before you get into that next house because you want to take your furniture, you want to take your stuff, get it into the new house, and then sell a home that is going to present itself better. And quite honestly, at that point, bring more money because a well staged or empty home is going to bring you more money than a cluttered home. I think this is a program that could work for a lot of people, but can we give a little bit more real world examples? So let's say I have a house to sell and I just found a house that I'm in love with. Next step is I call you and say, Bethany, help. I found this house. I want to buy it before I sell my old one. What happens next?
Absolutely. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the address of your current home and we are going to submit it to our investor UpEquity for this program. They are going to do their algorithms in the background to come up with a price that they will offer you. What that offer is going to give you, let's just say your home's on the market for 400,000 and they come up with an offer around 325. Let's just say for
Well, real quick, the house doesn't have to be on the market. Let's say it's got a market value of 400,000.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. They'll come up with their number. Let's say that number is 325. With that equity, they will pay off whatever mortgage you currently have, and the remainder will go to whatever fees for the program because there will be some fees.
Yeah.
And then you will get the equity from the remainder to go to the next property. The good thing about this is that now for me qualifying, I don't have to qualify you with both mortgage payments because during the time it takes, you will have 6 months to sell your current home. Once you've closed on it and gotten the equity out, you will not have any mortgage payments within those 6 months. So I don't have to use that on both sets for qualifying purposes. So that's another really good upside of this. Now, within those 6 months, let's say that the house was 400 and Charlie sells it for 400 because he's getting full price on that bad boy. You will, at that time of that closing, after the closing costs are paid off, normal closing costs on the sale of the home, you'll get a second check for the remainder of whatever is left from that 325 to the 400 that you end up selling it for.
And just a little explanation. So this UpEquity company, they are investors. Investors want to make money. They are taking a risk, giving you money before you sell your house. And let's say your home is valued at 400. They offer you that 325. At the end of the 6 months, if you haven't gotten it sold, they're going to buy it for that 325, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
At the end of 6 months. So you want to make sure that you're getting it sold within that time frame. But at the end of 6 months, if it has not sold, you don't get a second check. You're at the 325 that they offered you in the first place.
And now
but you still have your current home.
Yeah. So you're already into that one. So it's kind of like we describe them as iBuyers. You see the I'll buy your house now, sight unseen type programs. Believe me, those guys aren't offering you full market value. They've got their margin. They know they'll buy it low, try to sell it high. Hopefully we don't get to that point with this UpEquity program. One question I have is who's originating the loan? Is UpEquity giving you the mortgage on the new home, or is that something that you're doing?
No, that's what I'm doing. So I am still originating. I'm still your loan officer for the purchase of the new home. They are just helping us get the money and the funds so that you can purchase the next home. And to go back to the iBuyer, the benefit with using this program versus going straight iBuyer is that you are still able to have the time to get the whole equity that you think that the house is worth, as opposed to just going straight 325. They will come back and get you that second check, assuming the house sells.
Okay. And there are some fees that go along with this. There was a program similar to this in the past that went away. And I kind of described it as a convenience fee. They're giving you the opportunity to free up that equity in your house before you actually sell. So there is certainly a value to that. It's not going to be a program that is going to work for everybody, but it may work for you. And there's only one way to find out, and that's have a conversation with me, have a conversation with Bethany. If you've been thinking about a new home, maybe it's a move up, it could be a move down as well. But you're just worried because the equity for that next home is trapped in your current home. This could work for you. Give me a call. I'll set up a meeting with us and Bethany to go over the whole program. You'll lay out all the costs. You'll lay out all the scenarios. Are they able to, on this first initial conversation with you, Bethany, to plug their home's address into the system and find out what that offer is?
Yes, I will have to do that for them, actually plug in. But as soon as I do, within a day, I'll have all of the numbers. It's in a nice bar chart so that you can see everything. It's very user friendly, and we can have a Zoom call to go over what those numbers look like and see if it is the right program for you.
All right, very good. You can call me at 210-478-8555. That number will be on your screen somewhere or down in the descriptions, depending on what platform you're watching this on. Bethany, I think this is so cool. I'm super, super excited. And thank you so much for joining us today. I hope this helps a lot of people get into the home of their dreams.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.